Hello guys, welcome to this edition of Talk Ashley. On today's video, we're going to check out these two countries, USA and UK. So we're going to compare both of them. I want to see which one is better when it comes to safety, or when it comes to standard of living, or when it comes to work life, other things. Houses in UK are predominantly made of bricks or stones, but they're mostly very tiny. Like, to an extent that you can't even find space to keep your devices or your gadgets or all of those refrigerator, your fridge, microwave. In fact, washing machines, most homes in the UK keep their washing machines in the kitchen because there's no space to keep it in the house, like inside the house or the room. The space is there, the house is there, and very tiny and congested. You barely see a space to park your car if you have a car. You barely see a space to park a car. The houses come with wardrobe because they don't have closets. The houses rarely come with wardrobe. The houses in US are like mostly they use wood to make the houses and it usually have a big space, like very spacious. Yeah, the houses are very large, big houses, and they mostly come with AC. In default, they come with AC. But in the UK, despite the fact that the houses are very small and tiny and there's no space inside the room, despite the fact that their houses are congested, like you can have like up to 7 neighbors at once in just a small space that should be able to be enough for a whole house in Nigeria. You can have up to 6 or 7 neighbors with their flats there. You said that they don't build their houses with AC. They don't have AC in their houses. They don't have heating services. They don't have AC. They don't have air conditioner. It's just. But you know what? Despite the fact that the houses in USA are actually like 7 times bigger than the houses in the UK, still the same rent that you pay in UK is the same rent that you pay in USA. Their house rates are all the same. Like the houses in UK are like 7 times smaller than the houses in US. If you go to US, you can get a house like 1 bedroom apartment, just a 1 bedroom apartment. You can get it like a 2,000 feet wide. You can get a 1 bedroom apartment for 2,000 feet wide. But if you go to UK, the least you can get for 1 bedroom apartment is at least 800 feet by 1 bedroom apartment. But their rents are the same. For example, if you're living in San Francisco, you pay like up to 1.7 million naira monthly for a house set of 1 bedroom apartment. The same thing if you go to UK, despite the fact that their houses are smaller in UK and there's no even AC, there's no even closet. Still, if you go to UK, it's the same thing. You still pay at least 1.7 million naira for house rent monthly every month for 1 bedroom apartment in UK. That's not like the fixed price, so it's not like the most price. No, that's like an average price. There are houses that are actually 1 bedroom apartment houses in UK that are actually more than 1.7. In fact, 1.7 is just an estimation. 1.7 million is just an estimation. There are houses that are like up to 5 million naira. I'm using naira because most of my houses are in Nigeria. You can get a bedroom apartment, like 1 bedroom apartment, for up to like, let me say, 5 million naira. You can even get for more. It depends on what you go for. And there are also cheaper ones that you can get for maybe 1 million, like 500,000 naira. But that will be very tiny because an average 1 bedroom apartment in UK is like 800 feet wide, and that will cost you up to like $1,100. And if you convert that to give you 1.7 million naira. But if you have to go for a smaller 1 bedroom apartment in UK that you think you want to pay 700,000 or 500,000 naira, then I'm very sure you want to look for a, let me say, 6 by 6 inches room. That's what you get because the houses are very expensive and very tiny. Generally, the US experienced significant higher rate of violence, like very violent violence than the UK. Because, for example, in US, like most of the students in US have guns. Like in fact, 32% of 32% of the people living in US, like all the people, in fact, 32% of civilians, let me not say people, they you not think include the militants. Those people are like licensed, they're meant to have guns. Like we're talking about civilians, like normal you and me, like moving around Nigeria. 32% of them have guns. So you can just easily be shot there, like they can just kill you and go full. They can just murder you. And the rate of homicide in US is very high. Like anyway, in fact, there's no place that is safe for you, most especially when you are an immigrant. You carry yourself and carry yourself to US just like that in Nigeria. You have to be very careful because you just look for somebody's trouble. You don't know that you have it. You just retaliate. And instead that most of the students that are living in US, most of them have guns. That's what most of them, most of the people that have a gun in the US, most of them are still are students. But UK is a little bit safer because the gun regulation there, the gun control there is very, very strict.